Good morning, students. Our today's topic in the subject of Pure Mathematics 3 is trigonometric ratios, and the subtopic is trigonometric ratios of special angles. So, concentrate yourself. We are going to start. So, here is theta, degrees, and radians. This is sine theta, cos, and tan. So concentrate. We are going to start. This is a very important topic. The special angles are 0, 30, 45. Okay, degrees and radians are given. So 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, 180, then 270, and finally 360. So these are special angles which whose values you should remember, you should learn. 0 degree in radian. So first you have to learn that whenever a degree is replaced or exchanged into radian, we replace 180 degree with pi. So look here, 180 degree is equal to pi. This is the relation. So 0 degree is 0, 30 is pi by 6, 45 is pi by 4, 60 is pi by 3, 90 is pi by 2, 180 is pi, 270 is 2 pi by 3, and 360 is 2 pi. So now the angles. So concentrate yourself. This is very important. So look now. Here is 0. Here is 90, 180, 270, and again 360. So at the horizontal line on the x-axis, sine is 0. So sine 0 is 0 and cos 0 is 1. And because tan theta is equal to sine theta over cos theta. So sine theta is 0. So 0 over 1 will be 0. So this is the first special angle whose values you should learn. And because 0 and 360 is the same thing, so it means these values will be placed in 360 as well. So look now, 0, 1, 0 will be placed in 360 as well. So look now, these two are done. Okay, now look, 180 is totally opposite of 0. So sine 0 is again 0 on 180 degree, but tan theta, cos theta, because cos 0 was 1, but at 180 degree cos 180 will be minus 1. So look now, if sine theta is 0 and cos theta is minus 1, so this is again 0. Okay, now come on the 90 and 270 degree, because 90 and 270 degree are on y-axis. So look now, sine 0 is 0, but sine 90 is 1. But cos 0 was 1, but cos 90 is 0. So this is the reverse case. Sine 0 0, but sine 90 1. Cos 0 1, but cos 90 0. So look now, if sine theta is 1 and cos theta is 0, this will be equal to infinity. Okay, 90 degrees also done. So look now at the very opposite case, that is 270. So here is 270 case. So look now, if sine 90 is 1, then sine 270 will be minus 1. Cos 90 is 0, cos 270 is also 0. And when this sine theta will be placed in numerator, that is minus 1, and 0 in the denominator, so the answer will be minus infinity. So this is also done. Okay, look now. Next case which we are going to discuss is 45 degree. So for 45 degree, you have to learn a triangle. This is 45 degree triangle. In 45 degree triangle, the hypotenuse is always square root 2. Numerator, vertical, yani perpendicular, and base is 1 1. So you have to remember, you have to learn this triangle for 45 degree. So again listen, in 45 degree triangle, hypotenuse is always 1, perpendicular and base is 1 1. So from here, now you will solve the values. So look now, sine theta. So look now, sine theta is perpendicular over hypotenuse. Cos theta is base over hypotenuse, and tan theta is perpendicular over base. So because sine theta is perpendicular over hypotenuse, so the answer will be 1 over square root 2. So sine theta is 1 over square root 2. Cos theta. Cos theta is base over hypotenuse. So here is base, so 1 by square root 2. So cos 45 is 1 over square root 2. And tan theta, that is tan 45 now. The formula is perpendicular over base, 1 by 1. That will be equal to 1. Okay, the next thing is that we are going to discuss is now 30 and 60 degree are left. So again listen, in 30 degree triangle, and 60 degree triangle, the hypotenuse is 2. So in 30 degree and 60 degree triangle, hypotenuse is 2. And the side opposite to 60 degrees, suppose if this is 60 degree, the side opposite to 60 degree will be square root 3. So definitely if this is 90, this is 60, it will make 150 total. So this will be 30 degree, and the side opposite to 30 degree is 1. So listen again, in 30 degree and 60 degree triangle, hypotenuse is 2, and the side opposite to 60 degree is square root 3, and the side opposite to 30 degree is 1. So look now, If this is 30, so the same sentence will be repeated. So the side opposite to 30 degree will be 1. So definitely if this is 90 plus 30, 120, so this will be 50, and the side opposite to 50 degree will be 60 degree will be square root 3. So from here you will solve it now. So look now, sine 30. Here is 30 degree triangle. So sine is perpendicular over hypotenuse, so 1 by 2. Next is cos 30. Cos is base over hypotenuse, so square root 3 over 2. And tan 30. And tan 30 is perpendicular over base, so 1 by square root 3. So the last thing is now 60 degree. Here is the 60 degree triangle. So sine 60, perpendicular over hypotenuse, so square root 3 over 2. Cos 60, base over hypotenuse, that is 1 by 2. And tan 60, that is perpendicular over base, so square root 3 over 1, that is equal to square root 3. So these are the trigonometrical ratios of special angles. So if you clear these concepts in your mind, that will be much helpful in your paper, because the questions from these concepts come in the paper. So copy these concepts in your copies and understand it and learn it. Now we are going to solve some questions from these concepts. The next thing which we are going to read is signs of trigonometrical ratios and quadrants. So concentrate yourself now. So the thing is, here are 4 quadrants. This is 0 degree, this is 90, 180, 270, and again 360 degree. So 0 degree is called 0 in radian mode as well. So 90 is called pi by 2. 180 is called pi. 270 is called 2 pi by 3. And the last thing is 360 degree is called 2 pi. So these are actually 4 quadrants. This is first quadrant, this is second, this is third, and this one is fourth quadrant. So remember, in first quadrant, all trigonometrical ratios are positive. So first, learn one sentence, that is, all students take chemistry. So I'm writing this sentence over here. All students take chemistry. So this is the sentence. If you learn it, then these quadrants will be easy for you to remember. So look now, first is all. So all. Then students, so from here we take S. So students, all students take T, chemistry, C. So first you have to learn this sentence, then these quadrants will be easy for you to remember. So look now, all students take chemistry. A stand for all. So everything will be positive. All trigonometrical ratios will be positive in the first quadrant. S stand for sine. So sine will be positive in this quadrant. The rest of the quantities will be, trigonometrical ratios will be negative in second quadrant. T stand for tan. So tan will be positive in this quadrant. The rest of the trigonometrical ratios will be negative in this quadrant. And C stand for cos. So cos will be positive in this quadrant. The rest of the trigonometrical ratios will be negative in this quadrant. So all trigonometrical ratios positive. Sine will be positive. Cos and tan will be negative. Tan will be positive. Sine and cos will be negative. Cos will be positive. So sine and tan will be negative. So these are the concepts of trigonometrical ratios and quadrants. So concentrate yourself. We are going to do some questions now. The statement of the question is solve for x greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 360. And here are 5 parts. First part we are going to solve now. So look, here is the solution. First part, sine x is equal to 0.5 is equal to 0.5 because sine is positive, and we know from the concepts that sine is positive in first and second quadrant. So first we will find the alpha angle. Alpha angle will be found out in these questions by shifting the sine cos tan to the other side. So when sine cos or tan or it's these things will be shifted to the other side, we have to take the inverse of these trigonometrical ratios. So look now, x is equal to, or alpha is equal to, because alpha is finding out now, so that will be equal to sine inverse 0.5. So solve it on the calculator now. Sine inverse 0.5 is 30 degree. So it means this is alpha and this is alpha. Okay, now you have to find the original angle, that is x. So x will be equal to, you have to move from 0 degree. So when you will move from here to here, it will be equal to alpha. And when proceeding further, this angle will be equal to 180 minus alpha, because this will be 180 minus alpha. You have subtracted alpha from 180 degrees. So this will be 180 minus alpha. And now putting values into this, so alpha is equal to 30 degree and 180 minus 30 degree will be equal to 150 degree. So these are the answers of this first part in this range. Okay, now second part, that is cos x is equal to minus 0.5. So all student, so this will be cos negative, take and third quadrant in which cos will be negative. So it means second and third quadrant is the are the quadrants in which we will play, because cos is negative. Again listen, all student, because this quadrant, second quadrant, will be negative for cos, and this is for tan. So again cos will be negative in the third quadrant. All student take chemistry, so first and fourth quadrants cos will be positive. So look now, further proceeding, so now alpha will be equal to cos inverse 0.5, because this sine has done his work. The task of this sine was to decide the quadrants. So look now, we are proceeding further. So alpha will be equal to cos inverse 0.5, that will be equal to 60 degree. Now moving from 0 degree, first this one, so the original angle x will be equal to 180 minus alpha, and proceeding further up to this, so this angle will be equal to 180 plus alpha. So now putting values into the formula, alpha is 60, so 180 minus 60 will be equal to 120 degree, and 180 plus 60 will be equal to 240 degree. So this is the solution of the second part. Now moving further, tan x is equal to 1. So again look now, tan is positive. So first quadrant, all student take, and third quadrant. So these are the quadrants in which tan is positive. And listen, one thing that you should remember, alpha will always be the angle between the x-axis and the line. Do not make the angle between y-axis and the line. Alpha will always be between x-axis and the line. So look now, between x-axis and the line. Okay, moving further. So alpha will be equal to tan inverse 1. So tan inverse 1 will be equal to 45 degree. Now the original angle x will be equal to, moving from this to this will be equal to alpha, and moving further up to this line will be 180 plus alpha. So putting values into this, alpha is 45, so first angle will be 45, and 180 plus 45 will be equal to 225. So these are the angles. Okay, moving further, fourth part. These two parts are even more important. Sine 3x plus 15 is equal to 1 by square root 2. So sine's value is positive. It means first and second quadrant in which signs will be positive. So this is alpha and this is alpha. So look now, alpha will be equal to sine inverse 1 by square root 2. So alpha is equal to sine inverse 1 by square root 2. So the answer is 45 degree. And now the original angle. So this is the angle now. In the previous question, you can see this was the angle. In the second part, you can see this was the angle. In first part, you can see this was the angle. But in fourth part, actually this is the angle. So this will be written 3x plus 15 equal to. So first angle is 18 alpha, and second angle up to this will be equal to 180 minus alpha. So these are the technical points, students. Understand it. So first angle will be equal to, now put the values into this. Alpha is equal to 45, and 180 minus 45 will be 135. So it means 3x plus 15 will be equal to this one and this one. So I'm writing this. So 3x plus 15 equal to 45, and 3x plus 15 will be equal to 135. So from here, 3x will be equal to this, 15 will go to the right side, will be subtracted. So 30 degree. And from here, x is equal to 10 degrees, the answer. And from here, 3x is equal to, this 15 will be subtracted, so 120. And then 3 will go to the denominator and it will be equal to 40 degree. So it means x is equal to 10 degree and 40 degree are the answers. Okay, now fourth part, cos 2x minus 45. Fifth part, cos 2x minus 45 is equal to minus 1 by square root 2. So look now, cos value is negative. So cos is negative in second quadrant and third quadrant. So here are alpha. So look now, this is the angle, but first we will find the alpha angle. So alpha angle will be equal to cos inverse 1 by square root 2, because this sign minus was actually the task of this negative sign was to decide the quadrants. Now there is no need of minus sign, so alpha will be equal to cos inverse 1 by square root 2. So look now, cos inverse 1 by square root 2. That is equal to 45 degree. Now the original angle, that is 2x minus 45, will be equal to, from here to here it will be 180 minus alpha. Proceeding further up to this will be 180 plus alpha. Putting values into this, so 180 minus 45 will be 135, and 180 plus 45 will be 225. Okay, this minus 45 will be added in these two values when we'll go to the right side. So on the left hand side we have 2x now. So when this 45 will be added into this one, it will become 180. And when 45 will be added to this one, so 30 and 40, 70. Okay, then 2 will go to the denominator of both values, so it will be equal to 2 9s are 18 and 0, and 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, and 2 5s are 10. So these are the angles of these are the answers of this question in this range.